Check it out. Holy crap. That doesn't look like much, but that took so much work. A lot more than I planned, and I'll explain why here. Alright, so these original rims came with these 3/4 inch bushings inside the rims, so you press these in. So what I thought is, well, I'll go to 7/8 inch shaft to go bigger so that I can have a stronger spindle, and then I'll get I'll get bushings that are 7/8 ID, so the inside diameter will be 7/8, and then the outside will be 1 inch, just like this one, so I can pound those in. So I did that. I got those, and well, when you pound them into your rim, it compresses the inside, and long story short, it did not fit. So it was like this, but did not fit. So what I had to do is, like always, build my own. So I'll explain that now. Alright, so I found that I have some tube that fits perfectly over my spindle. So this is very close to 7/8 ID, very close, so just enough to run some grease in there. And the nice part about it is I do have a grease nipple here, so I will be able to run grease once I drill these out, that little hole in the inside. But tack this up in the lathe, laid this down so that I can pound it into here. Press that in like I did to that one, grease it, and tally ho. So a lot more work than I had planned, because the original plan was just pound in the already bought bushings and then go on my way, but all that didn't work. Of course, gotta do it custom, so that's what I did. Stuff's coming along. We got definitely some steering now, which is I don't even know, it just feels so nice. I love it. You can see that's plenty of angle for sure. So I'm gonna get this other tire on, and then I'm probably gonna call it a night, because again, another long day. Here's giving you your first look at the new Musty. Wow, this is a new beast in the mower game. Look at my original front tires here. This is my first build. You can just see the difference instantly. Right, so we just got the wheels actually mounted on. Instead of using a lock ring, I stacked up some washers, some stainless washers with some grease, and I tapped the end of my spindle so that I could thread a M8 bolt into there. 8.8 grade M8 bolt, Loctite it in there, nice and can spin nice and easily. But check this out, I'm just doing some steering angle here, and like, holy, she can turn. Like, look at how nice these knuckles look. Unreal. So you can see how that one is. See the frame bracing up underneath. Oh. Alright, so now if you want to see me turning it here, check this out. Sorry. Half a turn creates, you don't got to turn the steering wheel much. It's dead on. It's instant. So check out steering angle that way. Just a tiny bit less than the other way, but still ridiculous amount of steering compared to the mower beforehand and the other mowers we have, just because of the strong steering setup. Like, having that thick tie rod, nice thick steering rod, super strong, rebuilding my whole gear setup here, like making my own gear or having my own gear put in here, and then you can watch that video to see how that's get done. The only last thing I got to do is, before I was making this removable, but now I'm gonna weld this seam here, because you can see I got some play in the steering wheel. I can get rid of that really easy with a bead of weld. You can see how instant that is. Unreal, eh? Alright, it's about Thursday. I'm leaving for mowing on Saturday morning. Like, I won't even have time. I'm gonna pack this thing up Friday night, because we're just heading out. So I have today and tomorrow. I got some garbage wiring pulled out, old ignition and shit. And I'm going through my old wiring because like when I built this, I didn't build it at once because it took me a year and a bit to build this over, because it's just like put something on to go out and ride it, see how it worked. Because I like when I first got into mowing about 2 years ago, like I didn't know what the hell I was looking for or what was good and what was bad. A little different nowadays, pretty good at what to do. But this mower was like the mower that got me into mowing, and it's like it was the test and error mower. So it was trial and error, test this, fail at that, whatever it was. So it was just I kept adding and adding, and I never pulled the motor out or never did anything like that. So now it's time to clean it up, even though I'm very rushed for time. But as you can see, it already looks phenomenally better in here. I got a brand new battery. This is a 230 cranking amps, and I got a 290 cranking amps just to help out the system. This is an old battery. This is the original one that I bought brand new for the mower, so it's still not bad. Just I fried it, so whatever. I'll put a brand new one in. I got an AC Delco one. Cool. I'm gonna go through the wiring a bit more here and tidy everything up, make sure I know what the hell goes where. And then I got a couple little lift spacers for the engine. I'm gonna put some washers on there, and then those are gonna go in the holes. I found out I don't have to drill new holes, which is really nice. So I'm gonna put those little 1/2 inch spacers in, some washers, and then drop the motor in, figure out the wiring harness. But goodbye to that old key ignition switch. I'm gonna be continuing this weekend with a key ignition. Hopefully when I loop back and build this thing again after May Long, I'll be doing the push button and some better wiring and whatnot. Do it. Look at this guy. He's prepping.
Ooh, I'm
prepping for May Long.
Hey, I got.
All right. Well, had some big issues, big fitment issues. V-twin ain't going in, or at least she ain't going in for this weekend. Hopefully that's all right. Have another motor I picked up literally this week. Did not know I was gonna get it. Let's see what it looks like. All right. So the battery's been filled with acid, strapped in there. We got the dual strap. We got like a ratchet strap that's been screwed into my 2x4 on the inside, and then some all-right going around. So my battery ain't moving at all. And we got the 19.5 turbo. All right. So the V-twin, like I said, doesn't fit, and like we're leaving tomorrow morning. So like the fact that I'm even doing this today is, I'm lucky, kind of thing, right? So thank God some guy came in, bought a mower off me, traded a mower, and had this in it. So I'm gonna run this boy for a bit. But the goal today, obviously, get out for a test run with the Magnum. But we got lots to do, lots of wiring that was done yesterday. I just gotta plug it in now and tap it in. I gotta get a new pulley and hub for that as well. So I'll show you guys how to weld that up. And then we'll bolt this engine in and fire it up. But so far, not too bad. Oh, and we got to get the throttle and choke hooked up. And then cut the air cleaner box and whatnot. So a few things to do. Let's get to it. Other thing I forgot to mention here is my exhaust. So if I get it up in here, you can see these are just ran right now just into my bumper. So that is no good. The idea is cut these, turn them, bring them down here, and then under the fender, or under the foot running board there. So the other side's a little different because the opposed twins, the heads sit at different height. So the intakes and the outtakes, I mean exhaust manifolds, exhaust manifolds sit at different heights. So this one's easier than the other side, and this is what I mean by that. So you can see this one's coming out way lower at an angle and not as much room in here. So I'm gonna have to do it tight fitting here, so we'll see how that goes. All right, went to Princess Auto, then stopped at my dad's house there, welded the pulley up. So if you're wondering how I did that, I didn't just weld it because you can't make, that might not always be straight then. But I used my little clamping device here. You spin this open, thread it through. The washers clamp on to the back side here and go over around this and pull this through the hub so that you weld it nice and straight no matter what. So that's how I do it. If you want to know exactly how I put this on and whatnot, I have other videos that show you how to do that. But that's how you get these weld-on pulleys nice and straight. It always works for us 100% of the time. Okay, I'm gonna put this on and get this motor fired up soon here. Right, So it's been kind of lacking on the filming job because, well, it needs to get done. But we got out. Me and Toe are about to head out. Toe's got his loaded up. Hit Clappy's ready to go. So we're just gonna go do a quick test drive, make sure everything's good, and then heading out tomorrow morning. You can see one half of the dual exhaust. Made a little hater pipe, even though I think the neighbors will love it. It's so quiet, so that will change. But let's go do this, Bill.
That front end's so wide.